Catering Christmas is generally a really good film. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. There is one thing one of the characters did that really irritated me. It's a teeny tiny thing, but it did kind of ruin the moment for me a little bit. But in general, I do recommend the film. This was released in 2022. It's directed by T.W. Peacocke, written by Cara J. Russell, and it stars Merritt Patterson as Molly. And Molly runs a catering company, and she ends up getting the chance to work for Jean Harrison, played by Rosemary Dunsmore. And this is an opportunity that could change the face of her business. And she meets Carson, played by Daniel Lissing, who is Jean's nephew. And slowly over the course of the film, the relationship between Molly and Carson grows. It's definitely very organic, very believable. They obviously have an excuse to spend a lot of time together, as Jean has put Carson in charge of doing the menu for the gala dinner. And that's all going really well. I really enjoyed the process of seeing the menu coming together and then working in the kitchen. I think the kitchen was a really nice set design. It's a very crisp, clean environment with a lot of space, and I really enjoyed that as a setting. It's not the most Christmassy film. It does have a holiday feel to it, and we do have Christmas cookies and a couple of other things. But in general, it feels festive, but not Christmassy, if that makes any sense. It's got an air of celebration and the holiday season, but you're not getting loads of Christmas trees and Christmas presents and hot drinks. I mean, there are some, of course, but if you're trying to get into the Christmas spirit, it might work, but it's not the most Christmassy. But nevertheless, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a fun concept. It works really well. The characters are all really likeable, and apart from one thing that Molly did, I think everything went really well, and I'm very happy to recommend it. I also like Jean, because to begin with, I didn't think I would. I thought she was going to be strict and controlling, but actually she's not. Yes, she's looking for a certain quality. Yes, she knows what she wants, but actually I warmed to her really quickly, and that's not something I was expecting. So I really enjoyed that part of it. Really, no complaints from me, apart from this one small thing that I'll talk about in a moment. If you're looking for a Christmas film, and particularly a Christmas film that centres around food, this is a pretty good one to go with. It might make you hungry, but it's definitely a good film. So, a teeny tiny spoiler. This is just something that irritates me, and I've mentioned many times when I've reviewed Christmas rom-coms that I don't like it when one of the characters completely overreacts to a situation, because I think it just ruins an otherwise good film. Now, it doesn't ruin it to the extent that I don't recommend the film, but it did mean that for the last kind of 10-15 minutes or so, I wasn't a big fan of the character. So spoilers from now. And basically, Molly finds out from Jean that Jean had tasked Carson with overseeing the menu. And all of a sudden, Molly starts sulking as a result and doesn't want to have anything to do with Carson. Why? Like, surely she should have known that given how controlling Jean is and how much she wants everything to be a particular way, that Carson would have been delegated the task of being in charge of the menu. Did she really think that Carson went running to his aunt, begging to take over the gala dinner just to spend time with her? It's absolutely ridiculous. And so what if he was given the job? That doesn't mean the way he's warmed to her and the way he's opened up to her is any less realistic. I thought she was a little baby for basically sulking because it turns out that Carson was given the job of looking after the menu rather than begging his aunt for the opportunity. Absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, I kind of lost faith in the character for the last 10-15 minutes of the film, however long was left. But at the end of the day, I still enjoyed the film. I still do recommend it. But I like the character a little bit less because she just spat out her dummy and went, well, actually, he didn't beg to spend time with me, so I'm just going to ignore him. What an idiot. Makes no sense. That aside, Catering Christmas is a good film, and I do recommend it.